Boom! Big up, everybody. Welcome back to TJ Warren TV. Welcome back to another late show. I know, guys. I've been out. I haven't streamed since Friday, and people are, TJ, your work weight's through the floor. What happened to you? I got sick. All right. I'm still recovering a little bit. If I go on mute, it's because I'm coughing a little bit. But we're back. We got the energy. We got my guy Temmie here making his debut on the channel. He is also streaming on his channel. So make sure that you go over and you hit subscribe on Wavy Temmie's channel. This guy is an absolute legend. And here's the thing about him that I admire, and I admire about all United content creators with half of a brain, is that they continue to do this. They continue to be brave. They continue despite the fact that their team is absolute shit. And they come on here and they talk, bro. No, and look, I this is the first time me and Temmie have ever met. This is the first time we've ever talked. So I'm gonna ask some real basic questions just to see where he's at, because the first thing we're gonna talk about is United. But we will have Vader on a little bit later. Jacob will probably be joining us a little bit later, and then it'll all go off the rails. So, but first of all, big up everybody that's inside. Big up everybody that's coming over from Sarcasm City from the raid. That was an interesting show. Make sure that you're subscribed to Sarcasm City as well. But Temmie, man, tell me how you doing, bro. Like, I've been there. I was there 5 years ago when we're sitting in 14th, 15th. It's not looking good. Like, where's your head at this point? And then I'm just going to continue asking you questions because I love picking the United guy's brain.
No, honestly, I'm at the point where I'm just kind of disinterested. I'm a bit numb. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the things that I've been saying for years. So it's like people are kind of just waking up to a lot of the things I've been saying. But this is nothing new. Like, this is just a continuation of what we saw last season. We finished in 8th last season, negative goal differential. We're in 13th place this season with a negative goal differential with, what are we, 6 games in, something like that in the league?
Yeah, 6, yeah.
We can't score. We couldn't beat FC Twente at home. We've already held 3-0, one to Liverpool at home, one to Spurs at home. We lost to Brighton. Like, we are crap. And I don't even think we're like, our players are crap. I think our manager is crap, and I think he picks the wrong players. Like, the players that we do have that are good, he doesn't pick them regularly. I don't think he knows who his good players are. So I'm a bit just like over it until this manager is out. Like, I know, like, we're facing Porto tomorrow. I predicted a 3-1 loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna get better. You feel me? Like, it's not gonna get better anytime soon. Like, is this team under this manager capable of winning 3 games on the spin? I think the answer to that question is no. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my rivals, right? Listen. I have to make an apology video to Chelsea. I have to make an apology video to Liverpool. You feel me? Because I said they were going to finish like in Europa League places. I think I said Chelsea's going to finish 9th. I said
that they were going to finish 7th.
Yeah, I said Liverpool was going to finish 7th. You feel me? So, like, I owe a lot of people apologies. Listen, it's not been a good 2 months for me. You feel me? It's not been a good 2 months for me. I have been in the mud. I have been embarrassed, led astray, run amok, all of those things. You feel me? Like, it's not been good. Like honestly, when I wake up, I'm like, damn, Manchester United are playing today. Like you just know. Like, honestly, the Spurs game, I didn't watch the last 25 minutes. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, we were, like it was like close to the 1 o'clock NFL games. I'm like, yo, one of my boys is here from Atlanta. You feel me? I'm not about to sit here and subject him to this bullshit anymore. Let's hit the bar, man. Let's hit the bar. Let's go watch. Let's go watch some NFL. You feel me? Let's like detox my brain from this bullshit, because it's like, what am I wasting my time watching the last 25 minutes of that game for? Like, maybe is Jacob a Spurs fan, or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else?
Jacob, United Spurs of America.
Okay, God, I got it right. Yeah, like I'd love to ask him how the last 20 minutes went, because I don't know. Like, I don't know how it went. I genuinely did not go back and watch it. Why the fuck would I go back and watch that bullshit? Why would I watch that? Like, think about it. Like, no, and the thing is, like, this must be great for you. This must be great for you. Like, as an Arsenal fan, you must be in heaven. Listen, you need to win trophies. You need to win a trophy this season. But from a Arsenal v Man United, like, who's who's got the upper hand right now, bro, it's not even close. It's not close.
It's not even close. And here's the thing that should really worry United fans, and we talked about this a little bit on Flawless's show, is that people don't think about you as a threat anymore.
No.
And that should be embarrassing to Ineos, to Sir Jim Ratcliffe, to the entire ownership of Man United. That should be enough to say, look, like, people are laughing at us. People are treating us like we're freaking Ipswich Town. People take Ipswich Town more seriously. People are taking Brighton more seriously, Brentford more seriously. Teams that have been in the championship in the last 5 years more seriously than Manchester United. It's embarrassing. And look, at the end of the day, like, I hate Manchester United more than I hate Tottenham, just because of how many times you guys ruined my weekend when I was growing up. Like, look, I was pretty casual. I would tune into the games. Back in the aughts and the tens, and we would be playing against a Sir Alex team, and we would be getting absolutely thrashed, or it would just be you guys would always make it extremely difficult on us. Now it's like, I look at that, we play you in November or in December?
You're not worried.
Not worried.
I know you're not worried. I know you're not worried. Why would you be worried?
That should be the biggest indictment over all of that, is that your rivals are laughing at you. I mean, 3-0 at home to, and I'm glad Jacob isn't here yet because I'm going to start insulting Tottenham too. 3-0 at home to the most predictable Premier League team in the Premier League. Like,
everyone knows
know what they are going to do.
Oh.
And anybody, tell me, I said this, anybody could have set that team up to play against Ange's Spurs better than Ten Hag did.
Duh.
Like, it's absolutely crazy, bro.
No Son. Like, what? They, like, listen. Like, I listen, Heung-min Son is one of my favorite players over the last decade. Like, I think he's a fantastic player.
Yeah, if he wasn't on Spurs, I would like him a lot.
Yeah, the fact that he was not playing and they popped us off the park. Like, they popped us off the park. Like, it wasn't even Timo Werner. Yeah, he couldn't finish his dinner, but he was cooking us. Outside of his finishing, he was cooking us. Brennan Johnson hit the post, like, I think twice. Like, this is embarrassing stuff, bro. In the first 5 minutes, we gave away the ball like 6 times. Like, could you, like, it's actually just so. And this iteration of this Spurs team is whatever to me. They're whatever. I don't see them doing anything differently from what's happened in the past. And maybe they play a bit better football, but this is nowhere.
I don't even think their football's that great, to be honest.
This is nowhere near the best iteration of Spurs. Nope. Like, this isn't prime Kane, prime Ali, prime Eriksson. Like, this is not that. Like, these are okay. Like, they're okay players at best. Like, okay at best. I think they have Van de Ven's fantastic. I think Udogie's good. I think James Madison's a good player. I think.
Yeah, I mean Van de Ven, fantastic. Like, they do have good players, but here's the thing about Spurs, and I love it because Jacob's going to come on here, is going to absolutely ruin us. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Spurs, though, is that they have a good. The way they attack games is commendable. Sometimes people call it suicidal. I call it commendable, because you watch them under Antonio Conte, you watch them under Mourinho, you watch them under these very, very defensive coaches, and you see that there is potential there on the offensive side of the ball, but they're just sitting back and trying to hit you on the counter. No, they are now attacking the game, which is what you like to see. The problem with Spurs is, though, I don't think the players that they have in Ange's system are good enough.
Right.
That's the difference.
I agree.
You made Brendan Johnson, who looked like absolute garbage up until they played in their Carabao Cup game, look like a winger that he knew what he was doing. Like, they call him Brendan the Rock Johnson. Like, he was looking like Brendan the Scrub Johnson before that. Now they call him, now they're bigging him up again because he scored against
because of Man United, man. Because of Man United and their idiocy. That's why. You know what I'm saying? We make average players look good. Like, we make average teams look good. We made FC Twente look good. No funny. Like, I couldn't name you one player on that team. It was like, it's like, you know, when you're playing a game and it's like just all bots. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're playing a game and it's all usernames you don't know. It's like that's FC
NPCs,
Twente, yeah. Like, I don't know any of these players, and they were cooking us. Like, it's it's so embarrassing. And the manager keeps on talking about, oh, we're together and we're this. Listen, the players have given up on him. I think most of the fan base have given up on him. The few fans that are still backing this bullshit, God bless you, because you are delusional. Like, you're actually delusional. And I'm not one of these, like, listen, I tried to defend him. I tried. Like, I actually, like, tried last season. But then when he started lying in the press conferences talking about, oh, we're playing well, we dominated phases of the game. Like, motherfucker, no, you didn't. No, we didn't. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, I think I know football. I think I know a little bit about this sport. You feel me? And when we play like trash, I know we're playing like trash. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, don't tell me we're playing well when we're not playing well. And it hasn't changed. Like, people got really excited against Crystal Palace. Oh, you know, we should have beat Crystal Palace. Bro, it's Crystal Palace. They hadn't won a game. They hadn't won a fucking game in the league when we met them, and we drew against them. Like, people are grasping onto 0-0 draws. That's how desperate we are for, like, something to hold on to. Like, there's fans who are like, man, you know, that 0-0 draw, like, you know, we held our own.
We really should.
Yeah, Crystal Palace away.
Crystal Palace, bro.
Crystal Palace away. Like, bro, it's like, oh man, it's just so sad, because I do think if a proper manager had this team and picked the right players, we'd be a top 4 team. I don't think we're that far away from Spurs, or we're that far away from Newcastle, or we're that far away from.
I think I think you have better player quality overall than both of those clubs.
Absolutely. Like, our squads are better. Like, if you asked Ange right now, would you rather have Man United squad or Spurs squad? He would absolutely pick Man United squad. No question. He would absolutely pick Man. And that's not a disrespect to Spurs. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. We have better players, but he doesn't know how to put these players in a system that is conducive to success. You feel me?
No, you say put these players in a system. He's never really had a system. That's my biggest problem with him. Well, not even a problem, because I enjoy watching you guys flop around in the mud. Don't get me wrong, but no, I when I saw Manchester United play in LA, I was literally walking through the parking lot with Staffy, and I was saying, like, you guys still don't have a style. There's no style, and that was his biggest criticism over the summer, was saying, like, you need to establish a style of play. It's your 3rd year in charge. Like, what are you doing? There's nothing that you hang your hat on as a Man United supporter. There's nothing.
Thank you. What do we do well? I asked this question. Like, there's literally nothing that I think defensively we have some good players, right? I mean, defensively, Martinez has been hella suspect. But other than that, I think we have good solid defenders. Other than that, midfield, get ran through. Every single team outruns us in midfield. Every single team plays through us in midfield. Simple. Our wide players, hot garbage. You feel me? Like, they are mid. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're mid. Our wide players are so mid. But people are number 10, mid, mediocre, not good enough. Bruno Fernandes, not good enough. You feel me? Like, we don't have. Are we good on set pieces? No. Do we defend set pieces well? No. Are we good in transition? No. Are we good when we shut up shop? No. There's nothing we do well. There's nothing I can hold my hat on and say, you know what? At least we're good. At least we're good in there. At least we can play play long ball, whatever the case may be. Like, there's nothing. There's literally nothing. So I'm just like,
okay. So the question that I'm asking all United fans, realistically, has he committed enough crimes to get sacked? Because you guys have Porto coming up, and then you have Aston Villa. Those are games that are tough regardless, right? Like, Porto, we struggled to beat in the Champions League. Aston Villa, we struggled to beat. That being said, like, we did beat them, but they're still a very, very strong side. They won today, too. So it's here's where I think United are gonna have an issue, because I don't think, even if you get like a 1-0 result and then you have the international break, I think if the games are close enough, you keep them. But if you get blown out, you don't. So if I were a United fan, I would be like, please blow us out. And so we can get this manager out and get Root in.
It's a tough one. The logic makes sense there. I hear it. As much as I'm young right now, I hate the idea of wishing for losses. I think we're going to lose, but I in my head mentally I can just never wish for losses. It's just like
No. You don't.
know
You
what I
never
mean?
want to see your team. You never
But,
want to see your
if
team
I'm
lose.
if I'm yeah
But
if I'm being realistic, to answer your first question, has he done enough to get the sack? The answer is absolutely. We've already lost 3-0 twice, and we haven't played 10 games yet. You know what I mean? We have a negative goal differential, -3 goal differential. We're in 13th place. Like, this is Manchester. This is not Spurs. This is not Villa. Like, who can like even if Spurs started off in 13th place, like their manager would be on the hot seat. Like, this is unacceptable. Like, this is just unacceptable. We finished in 8th. This is not like something, mind you, if I start listing off the amount of blowouts we've had under this manager, 7-0 to Liverpool, 4-0 to Crystal Palace, 3-0 to Brighton. We last place in the Champions League last season in a table with Copenhagen and Galatasaray. Like, I'm drawing blank on a lot of the blowouts too, mind you. We've had way.
I know
more.
there's a laundry list. I mean,
The
7-0 against Liverpool, 3-0 at home to Brighton last season.
Man City 6-2. Like, there's just so many. There's just so many embarrassing losses. Like, it's just unacceptable. It's just simply Bournemouth 3-0. We held 3-0 to Bournemouth, right? We barely beat Sheffield United enough for two Scott McTominay goals last season. We barely beat them. Coventry, we allowed Coventry to come back 3-0 against us, right?
Yeah.
Like, these are just like, it's just embarrassing. The only reason he's in the job is because he won the FA Cup, right? And I think this new regime, you feel me? They don't believe in him. Ineos does not believe in him. I think they were using this season as a wash. I don't think they thought we were going to do anything this season. They were like, let's take our time. We didn't find the manager we wanted. Let's take our time, you feel me, and really lock in because they didn't want to make a mistake on the manager, which I get. But at this point, it's not doing us any benefit of keeping this guy. I'm gonna be real. He doesn't have a clue. There's no way we could be worse with Rude. There's just no way. It's impossible.
I was saying this too, because as long as Rude establishes a style of football and really just establish a way to prevent goals.
Yeah.
Like don't worry about scoring. Just don't concede. Stop conceding.
Facts.
Like, and you win games in the Premier League just based off of that. Like, you guys have enough quality in the squad
to keep clean sheets.
To sit back, keep clean sheets. Excuse me. And get like 6th or 7th. Look, I'm just gonna put that out there, given how poorly you guys have started. Yep. Ruud van Nistelrooy won trophies at Eindhoven. He won. He won trophies there. Like, he is a capable manager. I'm not saying that you keep him and he goes on next season. Like, that's not what I'm saying.
Right.
What I am saying is, if you're taking this season seriously, sack this guy after he drops these next 2 games. Sack him. And then give it over to Van Nistelrooy and see what he does for you.
Yeah.
That being said, now here's the question though: is do you think Ineos will finally make the right decision? All Man United fans with half of a brain want this guy gone.
Mm-hmm.
But say you get those close results. Do you think Ineos will actually pull the trigger?
I know they're going to pull the trigger before December.
Big up RSM.
I think this manager will get himself sacked before December. I think in the next worst case scenario, I think he's gone in 6 weeks. I just can't see him overcoming this run it's coming forth, because we have some tough games in the next few weeks. I'd prefer if we just got rid of him tomorrow, like before even play Porto. Like, just, hey, wake up next morning. Listen, Ruud, you handle this game. It's all good. You can take it. Like, honestly,
yeah.
Because there's nothing. Literally nothing that could be worse than what we're seeing right now. Look at Vader just enjoying himself.
This guy's loving this.
Man.
This guy's loving watching his rival.
No, he is. He really is.
Nothing. Vader, I'm happy, bro. You got nothing to cook me about. I'm good. We're having a crash session on United though. You want to join in?
Yeah. I mean, listen.
Welcome Vader to the show, by the way. Smash the likes.
Yeah, get these likes up, man. Viewers, get these likes up. 20 should be the minimum. It should be 50 likes on this. My man, my man TJ, my man. Oh,
Fuck
whew.
you.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. Seriously.
Okay, let me first start from a place of love. All
Oh
right,
boy.
good to see you.
Good to
Everyone
see
looks
Good to see you
healthy.
you. Good
too.
to see you,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
We're better.
Good to see you, man.
Yes.
Hope the family's good. All that. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Let's
sir.
start from
Yes,
there.
sir. Yes, sir.
Now that that's out of the way, we got to talk about our clothes, man. Okay. No, TJ, you're right. It's not a cooking session. Arsenal. You know what? Let's start with this. TJ, you yourself, maybe some Arsenal fans, took a lot of criticism, took a lot of, how are you sticking by a manager with no CV? How are you sticking by a manager that's finished 8th twice? How are you sticking by a manager that was supposed to get top 4 but bottled it and got 5th? How are you doing all this? And you know what? Look at what you're enjoying right now. 2 seasons of a novice, no CV manager
Here we go.
challenging. What do you mean? Here we go. This is high praise right now. Look at how. Listen, I had to get hoodied up as well. You know what I mean? I had to get hoodied up as well because it's one of those vibes. We're in the trenches right now, and I gotta say this, United fans. My man on the panel may not be one of them, but United fans, look at what patience gets you. Look at what.
Stop this. Stop this. Stop it. I know what you're doing here, and I'm not gonna let you do it. Don't do this. Don't do this, Gator. Don't do this, Vader. Excuse me. Don't do this. Don't do this.
No, wait, hold on. This is a great example. Looking just across from you, right? Currently on the panel, I got to point this way, but he's right there. He's right there. Just look to your left. He's right there. Look at what patience gets you. And I want to point this out. Temmie, I know you don't want to hear this. United fans in the chat, you don't want to hear this. But I'm telling you, go back. Go back simply in this day and age. This microwave, Instagram, Uber Eats, everything you want instantly, right? Everything is instant gratification. In this era, in this time, with these United fans, how they grew up, Temmie, honestly, do you think that they would let the next Sir Alex Ferguson actually come about? Sir Alex Ferguson, those of you in the chat, look at how his progression was. I know he had the CV. Jose had the CV. All right.
Don't forget that European trophy with Aberdeen. Don't
with
forget
Aberdeen. I get all that, but even Jose, the special one, came to your club with the CV, and look at the time that he was given. I just want to point this out, and I'm not saying it. I'm asking the question. Shout out to Flawless victory. Shout out to Flawless. I'm just asking the question. Do you think that this level of United fans would actually give a Sir Alex Ferguson the time needed to become the Sir Alex Ferguson?
No, but Sir Alex Ferguson here's the reality. Like, just because Sir Alex Ferguson did it does not mean that. So we should wait 7 years for this guy to see if he's the guy. I don't.
Why not?
No.
See, this is the problem.
Sir Alex Ferguson actually had a style of play, knew how to get the best out of players, maximize the talent he had at his disposal. This man has done literally none of that. Literally none of that. He's awful. He will never be Sir Alex Ferguson. He doesn't wait, Vader. He doesn't even know how to pick the right team. He doesn't even know how to pick the right team.
I'm not saying all that. I'm just saying, imagine Sir Alex Ferguson, the young Sir Alex Ferguson, before the 20 years. Shout out to my man, Faz. The young Sir Alex Ferguson, before the 20 years at United, came in and had the quote unquote struggles or season that he actually had at your club. Now, you guys would not allow it. You guys would not let him actually become what he became.
It's a good thing it's not the 1980s, Vader, because this is not how this works.
You need to think about it, though.
No. Listen, if you worst finish in Premier League history.
Oh, stop with this. No. You know what? I don't want to hear this.
Season in Premier League
I don't want to hear this. This is rich man problems. This is spoiled brat syndrome. Yes.
Rich man problems.
Listen to what you're complaining about.
I'm a Manchester United fan complaining about finishing in 8th. Absolutely. Best believe it. I'd be complaining if we finished in 5th.
DJ, you hear this?
Like what?
Eighth.
I am hearing it.
You know,
no, you know what it's like to finish and get relegated and all that.
I do.
So don't compare me with you. I'm not used to this shit. I'm not used to this shit. I don't know what it feels like to be this bad for this long. It's ass.
Rich man problems.
Like,
okay,
come on, man. Like
Vader,
this is nasty work. And you know what Vader is doing? This is
gaslighting.
What am I doing?
This is that Man City oil money bullshit that he's trying to throw on. This is that man. You have Pep Guardiola as your manager currently, and you're telling me about Erik ten Hag right now. He needs to go tomorrow.
I'm not disagreeing with that. He does.
Okay, then what are we doing? Then what
are
are
we
we doing here?
No, but what are we doing here is this exact point. Please hear me out. I'm saying,
and then I'm going to rebut you.
I'm saying, do the Wikipedia thing. Those of you in the chat, look up what Sir Alex Ferguson's first 4 years were at United.
Yeah, they weren't great.
Okay,
we know that.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is they showed glimpses at least.
What?
Vader?
No, but what United fans are complaining about is seeing progression. Falling off. Seeing progression falling off. Look at his. Sir Alex Ferguson would not exist today with Temi and his United fans. He would not make it.
Okay, okay. You're right. Now what?
That's the problem. We're gonna get back. We're gonna live this again over and over.
No, we're not. And let me tell you why we're not gonna.
We are.
Let me tell you why this is not gonna happen. One, I actually believe in this new regime in Ineos. I really do. I'm a little skeptical that they haven't fired the manager, but other than that, I think they've made the correct decision on 80% of things so far. I really do. I think they've made the right decisions on like 80% of the things they've done. Okay. Yeah. This manager is not their manager. Okay. We're talking about starting and stopping. No, it starts once the manager is gone. Once this manager is gone, Ineos regime is in go mode. Like everything else until then, we're just kind of figuring things out. Like the transfer window, I think they did a good job. But when it comes to the football, once the manager is gone, that's when Ineos' regime is actually starting. You feel me?
Okay.
Listen, this is not their manager. For me, think about it. When you started a new job, you want to hire your people. You want to hire your people. Like they got rid of everybody else but the manager. They sacked a majority of the backroom staff, right? Brought in different people for recruitment, brought in different people for operations, brought in different people all across the park. You feel me? Except for the manager. And they're going to get rid of him. Don't worry.
Okay.
Big up Planet Fives, by the way, for the super chat. Big up, guy. Yeah, no, we're going to keep working. We're going to keep working. Big up.
Yo, large up. 100%.
Yeah, no, keep going.
Tell me, I hear what you're saying. Ineos. I like what they're doing as well. I actually was very upset that you guys got Omar Barada. I hated that. I hated that acquisition because I know how good he is, and I know the inside information that he happens to have on a successful end, business and on the pitch. But the thing that I've had this conversation with a few United fans, and Faz wants me to stop this, saying that football was different back then. I get all that. Football was different. But what I want to point out is football being different now, football being what it is now, you're not going to give yourselves a chance to find that unicorn. You're not going to give yourselves that chance to find that next star, long-term, long-lasting manager, only because how great Sir Alex Ferguson was, he didn't hit the ground running.
Okay. So I don't need you to hit the ground running.
That's not true. Your fan base need him to hit the ground running because they're only giving him 2 years.
We're 3 seasons in. What do you mean?
No, I'm take Erik ten Hag out of here. I'm talking about the next guy.
We're 3 seasons and 600 million in with this manager.
I'm not talking about this guy. Erik ten Hag.
I promise you, if Manchester United fans see a semblance of football and a semblance of a structure, they'll give the manager time. I'm confident about that. Listen, there's Manchester United fans right now who still think this guy should stay. So trust and believe Manchester United fans will give the next guy time. I promise you that. If we see good football, right, and something to hold on to, the Man United fans will back it. Trust me when I say this. Like we the issue with this manager is there's nothing to hold. Like there's literally nothing to hold on to. Flat back FC, bro. Nothing to hold on to. Literally, like nothing to hold on to.
Except for trophies,
bro. Listen.
Oh boy.
Listen. If I spend $10 million on a Tesla, of a Range Rover. Listen, those cars aren't worth 10 million. You feel me? Like 10 million is overspending for a car. If I spent 600 million,
are you talking to Chelsea fans right now? Who are you talking to?
600 million for a Carabao Cup and an FA.
Are you trying to draw out draw out RSM? Is that what you're trying to do? Talking about spending?
Nah, listen. First of all, Chelsea, I was skeptical big time, but the way it's looking, man, shit, I don't know, man. This
is what I was gonna say, by the way, because I've been listening to that conversation.
Big up RSM. Welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Big up, y'all. Big up.
Much love.
I was listening to the conversation, and to be honest, for me, I think my issue is, that the manager has made too many of his signings. I think the squad is absolutely infested with the signings that he's made, to the point where even if you get in another manager, you guys are going to have to do what Chelsea did when the takeover happened. Because at the end of the day, like the Clear Lake, Igbali Bully, they've been very clear about their strategy. And they've been they've missed on every single manager. They finally now got a manager. But because the manager is inheriting a team that has been planned since the beginning. Young, promising, exciting players. And that's exactly what Maresca's been given. And now it's starting to cook. My issue with United is even if you get another manager, I think they're still going to need like a 2 to 3 window, maybe rehaul of the squad to whatever manager to whatever Ineos want the vision to be for the team. That was a big thing with Ineos, is they're going to stop letting managers be the one who dictate what direction the club is going to take their football in. They're going to bring a manager that adheres to the way that the club wants to play football, not vice versa.
I agree with that, but you know what, bro? I don't even think it's going to take 2 to 3 windows to get us back to challenging for top 4, top 3. Like, I really don't think so. I think this manager has been picking the wrong players since he's entered the team. And with the next manager, if they have any common sense, will pick the right players and pick the right team, and will be immediately a level better than we are. Without any training, without any tactics, just picking the right team will get us further. Will get us further ahead. And then obviously you'll build. I think we'll have another good summer window. And then we'll be back in the talks of playing good football in top 4. Obviously, if we have the right manager, I don't think this team is like like where are we? We're 13th right now. I don't think we're 10. I don't think we're 10 point or we're 10 places far away from Chelsea and Newcastle and Villa. Like I don't think we're that far off from those teams. We just have an awful manager. Awful manager.
So you think you have top 4 players currently?
Absolutely. No question about it. No, literally all of our players are listen, even the ones I don't like are playing at the highest level. Are playing at the highest level internationally. It's just he is not picking the right system. He's not picking the right players. I'm confident about that. I'm very confident about that. So then,
hold up. Can you run me through then what you think would be like your strongest starting 11 then? Give me like your strongest starting.
Yeah. So for me, back 4. I'm just using the people who are fit. Luke Shaw, he doesn't exist. Yeah. So left back right now, Dallo.
It's crazy that Luke Shaw is still there, by the way.
It is crazy.
Yeah,
that is absolutely crazy.
Left back Dallo, right back Mazraoui, De Ligt, and listen, Martinez is on fraud watch. I'm not gonna lie, he's on fraud watch. He's on fraud watch, bro. He's on fraud watch big time. But I'll keep him in there just for now. Midfield, I would pick. I'd pick Casemiro, Eriksen, and Mainu. That would be my midfield 3.
Casemiro, Eriksen, Mainu. Okay.
Wow, you're dropping Bruno.
Absolutely, he needs to.
To be fair, the grenade launcher.
He's awful. Club captain.
He needs to go. He's awful. He's literally awful.
Yo, man, you're such an instigator with the hoodie up and everything.
No, he's literally.
You're trying to instigate, bro. Come on.
He's my club captain. He's awful.
You know what it is? It's the same way people are like, wow, you would drop Enzo, your captain. I'm like, yeah, bro. If Lavi is better than him, I ain't got no problem. That's the game. It is what it is.
No, he's mediocre. And then my front 3 right now would be Xerxes, Garnacho, and Ahmad. Listen,
Okay.
it's not perfect. It's not the best thing in the world, but I think it's good enough to get
But
top
see,
4.
that's I guess that's where the differing opinion is, right? Because we look at the squads in the top 4, right? Obviously, immediately we can chalk off the first 3. Like Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City have a
Cool.
better team, right?
That's
Then we
cool.
have to get into conversations, right, with Aston Villa, Chelsea, and Spurs for me.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look at for me, the biggest issue I think is your midfield and your front 3. Because
Mm-hmm.
as like Casemiro, Ericsson can only take you so far. And in
Yeah, I
my
agree.
opinion, what y'all needed to do is you needed to get a younger replacement for Ericsson,
I
not
agree.
Ugarte.
I completely agree. I completely agree. And here's the thing. I think those players are good enough to, again, if they're managed properly, win the games that we're losing right now. Like, come on, like Spurs at home, that should be easy money, especially with no song. Like, if you pick the right team,
I agree with him, honestly.
Spurs. Like, we should be beating Spurs. I don't care what the situation. We should be beating Spurs at home. Losing to Brighton, drawing to Crystal Palace. Just a manager picking the right team, we win those games. I'm confident about that. So I'm not saying we're at the level of the Liverpools of the world right now, or even Arsenal or City. I'm saying that we should be right there, like right there with the rest of those teams, like competing.
Well,
That's no question
no,
about it.
I hear what you're saying, but for me, I think what's gonna happen is I think you're going to get in a manager who is going to give the team structure. As a team gains structure, I think that's where you're going to find out the weak points in your squad, player for player and position for position. And that's where I think that you guys are going to falter in terms of securing a top 4 like you think you might be. Because at the end of the day, United is not going to be the only team that's going to strengthen in that time and in that frame, right? Like by the time you guys get in a new manager, looking at the start of next season, that would be 2 years under Maresca, and Chelsea we're probably gonna look at a striker and fixing the goalkeeper situation in the back, if not a center back. You're gonna look at Spurs, they're also gonna be looking to strengthen their squad. Say, and every team is also going to strengthen. I think you guys are. That's what I'm saying. I think you guys are maybe 2 to 3 windows behind, and 2 to 3 seasons behind in terms of having a coach there, having a set system. I don't think it's going to be as easy of a bounce back as maybe you think it is. Just because if it were, I don't know, if it were the team, for example, where you guys, you had a young Sancho, you had Ronaldo, you had Cavani, like those type of players, I believe would be able to get you the bounce back you think that you're gonna get. But I don't think Garnacho, Ahmad, and Xerxes are
All right,
going
Sam,
to give
stop
you the
this.
bounce back you think.
Let's stop this. Let's stop
All right,
all this.
let me hear your opinion, Vader. Let's hear it.
Let's stop all
Can't
this
wait.
rational thinking. United fans don't move rationally.
Let's stop
Oh my
rational
God.
thinking.
Oh my
we
God.
need to- no. I'm being
You should
real
change-
because
You
He's
should
the
change your
instigator,
channel
bro.
name to that. Don't rationally
change
think TV.
no. The reason why I say this is because again, I take my time, I listen, and then I speak. I don't speak while I'm listening, right? So I let Temi, he broke down, confidence in Ineos and what they got going on and the transfer windows and decision making. And he's not the first to say it. I've heard a lot. I don't know if it's copium because the Glazers are still there, so they're putting a lot more emphasis on Ineos and them trying to make everything right again. But your man, your captain, you want dropped out of your best 11.
Absolutely.
And if I'm correct, this blame doesn't fall to Erik ten Hag. It falls to Ineos, who just gave him a contract, right? I think he just signed this year or this summer.
I said 80% of the 80% of the decisions. That 20%, that contract he signed is part of that 20%. I don't think.
Okay, but that 20% is actually a larger portion of it because it's the decision on a captain player. They made him, if I stand correct, the highest paid player. So
yeah,
honestly,
it's not really that big of a deal. He got an extra year, and he went from he's making an extra 50K more a year. It's not that deep.
Wait.
I don't agree with it, but it's not some transformational deal. Like he's not getting another 5 years added to his contract. You know what I mean? Like he'll be out of contract by the time he's 31, right? So I'm not too stressed.
But he's okay. I believe his deal.
I think we can sell him to Saudi. That's another thing. Like I think that's a real option.
To be Saudi, fair, I was about to say, to be fair, everybody's saying we can sell him to Saudi. Yeah. Saudi's been kind of quiet, low key. I'm not gonna lie. Like they had that one summer it was like a flash sale. They were buying everybody, but low key it's been kind of calm. They've made like 1 to 2 big signings.
I mean, who they signed? Who did they sign? Like Aubameyang and Ivan Toney.
That's what I'm saying. Too big, and that's it. Like they've been kind of quiet.
Like
Low-key.
the crazy thing is all these rival fans talk about Saudi like it's the pawn shop. Oh, if I don't want it anymore, I'll just
No, I
Saudi's
mean,
gonna
I'll
take
just
it.
sell them to the pawn. Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
it was just that
I
one
mean,
summer.
yeah,
It was
of
just that
course.
one summer. That was it.
I don't think it works that way. But again, you're talking about only 20% that you kind of disagree with Ineos, but they're major. What you would say would be the two biggest decisions. The summer was Eric Ten Hag, and it was this contract extension of Bruno making him the second highest paid, because I think Casemiro's deal is higher. But this is where I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be all smooth sailings, and this is why I'm saying we're going to be right back here in 2 years' time, because the overly critical, impatient fan base want to remind all of us of they're united. They've got different standards. They don't have the standards of an Arsenal. They don't have the standards of a City. They don't have the standards of a Chelsea. They would not put up with any of this stuff. It needs to happen in 2 years. If that's the case, and that's why I started the convo with, if you're only going to give any incoming manager 2 years to right the ship, you're going to miss out on possibly getting that next unicorn in a Sir Alex Ferguson.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, Vader. But if there was any sort with those managers, you at least see some sort of like seed, something sprouting out of the ground. With Ten Hag, you don't see anything. Like, yeah, okay, Carabao Cup, FA Cup,
Straight
cool.
plague settings, bro. There's nothing growing.
Cool, but in the league, Vader, I think we can both agree that they have been absolutely garbage. They don't have a style of play. They were able to win key games at key times. Anybody can win cup matches.
TJ, you know
Vader.
what we're going to hear?
Anybody
you know what we're going
can.
to hear? You know what we're going to hear moving forward? We're going to hear
What's that?
This new incoming United manager. Oh, at least Eric Ten Hag won a trophy his first year. We're gonna hear, at least trust me. They're gonna be like, style of play is not enough. They're gonna be like, top four is not enough.
That's not gonna happen.
Okay. All right.
I feel like Manchester United fans would bookmark this show, because I feel like Manchester United fans would give their left arm for a fucking top four finish right now.
Yeah.
They were clowning you for top four, no trophies.
Yeah, but that was because we've done it 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
You've shown progression for 2 years in a row, and they clowned you.
We've shown progression for 5 years. They still clowned
you though.
Well, here's the thing, Vader. They clown us because our fan base is so loud that and they expect us to, like, there are 50% of our fan base that just go out there and say and gas up the manager and create some sort of cult of personality around this guy because he's the best looking Spaniard we know, and they got to see what he's like in the locker room. That's literally why they keep freaking gassing this guy up, because they feel like they have a personal relationship with him. When he's done, when he's won us absolutely nothing. I agree with you. But we have consistently improved, which is why he's still in the job, which is why a lot of people this season, if we're going to talk about Arsenal, which is why a lot of people this season want to see a trophy or they want to see a change.
Okay. And this is the thing, Vader, is that when you look at the statistics, when you look at the league position, United have regressed every single year under Ten Hag. It's only gotten worse.
He knows this.
Guys,
it's under every metric. There's not a single metric that they're positive
guys,
in.
You keep
more
going back.
goals.
You keep going back to the Eric Ten Hag.
Less goals scored. League position even worse.
You keep going back because it's relevant, Vader.
No, I know, but I am not arguing that he should not go. You don't have to remind me. I agree. Eric Ten Hag needs to go. What I'm pointing out is Temi and his crew clowned TJ for the progression that he's done the last 4 years. RSM clowned TJ for the progression that he's done the last 4 years. If I ask Temi right now, would you trade the last 2 seasons that you had at United for Arsenal's? Guess what he's saying?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy.
Like,
everybody on? Good. Great. Grand. Wonderful. No yelling on the bus.
What? You don't know.
I know.
Okay, I was about to say, bro. I was about to say, like, huh?
Listen, I know. Listen, when it comes, like, I here's the thing, right? It's like I've had 2 like good moments in the last few years. I had the FA Cup. That was a fun day out. I'm gonna be real. That was a fun day out, right? Carabao Cup, another fun day out. But like, if we're talking about like actual like progression, like Arsenal scored like how many goals last year? Like 90 something or 80 something. I can't remember what the number was. Like we scored 50, We scored 58 goals in the league. Like they're scoring like 30 plus more goals than us. Like
So bad.
obviously, I take that. Like I take a year of like building and winning games consistently and not like having my weekends ruined over like 600 million spent and like some trophies that literally no one is going to remember in 5 years. Like, like it is what it is. I'd rather be competing for the league title and fall. Like I'd really much rather be doing that than and competing for major honors. Does Arsenal need to win a trophy? Absolutely. Like you guys need to win a trophy this year, whether it's the FA Cup. Like you guys need some form of silverware. You feel me?
Yep.
But like progression, like they're light years ahead of us. It's actually crazy when you think about it. They're light years ahead of us. So yeah, I'd probably take Arsenal's last few years.
See, there you go.
And the funny thing is, he would have fired this manager before he even got to this.
That's not true.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think you like. Listen, Gator. Or sorry, I have a friend. I just done.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Gator. I wouldn't do that. Like I was backing this manager halfway through the season last year. So I'm not some like, oh, get every single manager out, blah blah. I genuinely am not. It's like when I feel like I'm being gaslighted, and I feel like a manager is lying to me, and he has an arrogant, pompous attitude and brags about trophies every 5 seconds, as opposed to like the football we play. All of those are literally. I got subscribe to my guy Gator too, by the way. He's a good content.
Gator. Yeah.
But it's like I wouldn't. I genuinely would not. Like, listen, I there's a lot of Man United fans who clown Mikel Arteta. I think he's a good manager. I do. I actually think he's a good manager. I think he needs to win something, obviously, but I think he's a good manager. I think he's a better manager than this.
I think he's a good manager. I think he's a good manager. I don't think he's a great manager.
Yeah, I don't think he's a great manager. You know,
if he was great, he would have won the league twice by now.
Yeah,
if we're being honest.
And look, the same thing, Vader. That you. Well, it's not really the same thing, but it's around the same thing. Only it's in the opposite direction. Is that like what kept Mikel Arteta in the job, winning an FA Cup and showing that he could get something out of these players, right? In United's fact, it's going in the opposite direction where they're winning trophies, they're winning the FA Cup, but their league form is declining by the day, by the week. There's a huge difference.
And you know what's interesting is their form right now is the same trajectory they were on when the season ended. If we're being honest, this form right now is the trajectory of last season. It's the same thing. It's the same downward.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? And honestly, like no offense, Temi. I appreciate you being on the show. I'm so tired of talking about United. Oh my God, you guys.
Oh, listen, I'm a Manchester United content creator. I talk about Man United pretty much every day of my life, and I'm tired of talking about Man United. Well, honestly, I started thinking to myself like,
no, this is great stuff. This is great stuff. Don't do that. Those are people.
Come on, bro.
I need to get back to like making like, Premier League content, Serie A content, La Liga
just
content.
General content
because
football content.
This shit is ass. You feel me? Like this shit is terrible. Like honestly, I love football. Like I love watching football. Like watching Man United is literally the worst part of my weekend when it comes to watching football. Like easily. Like look at the games we saw today. Like the Villa versus Bayern Munich game, so good, bro. So
great game,
bro. That Juventus game was also really good, bro.
I missed the Juventus game. The other game I watched was Madrid. That was whatever,
Madrid and Lille.
Ooh, that was good. Yeah,
it was good. It was good because Madrid were losing.
Yo, shout out to my Maple brother.
Yeah,
shout out to my Maple brother representing. That's what we do. International.
Yeah, my God.
Like it's just like I just see so much better football every single weekend. It's like, yo, why am I even making this content? Like it's because I love this club, obviously, but like, I might need to start diversifying, man, because this is.
No, you're a real one. You're a real one.
Just for your own mental, mental
health.
For
my mental health. People think I'm an unhappy dude. I'm a very happy guy. Like I'm very comfortable. My life is.
Stop that, Joel.
Stop that, life is good. Life is actually good for me outside of Manchester United. No funny. Like I'm good. Like if Manchester United was my only like happiness in life, I don't know what I would be. I would be depressed. I'd be at the shrink every other week. Like it'd be tough. You feel me? Like
I hear
it'd
it,
be
I hear
tough.
it.
So
You don't have to explain it to me, dog. I was on the road to 40 points 2 years ago. Like you don't
Road to
understand.
40. I remember
I've
the
been in the
road to 40
trenches.
points. Yeah, yeah, and that's a good transition over to Chelsea because look, I as in the group
Mm.
chat RSM, I think you probably think that I'm deluded, right? You think that I'm just
What's
like you're
that?
not
What?
giving Chelsea their due. No, because here's the thing. I hate Chelsea. I'm not gonna lie.
Understandable.
I
No,
can't
and it's
stand Chelsea.
understandable.
I they ruined so many of my Saturdays with
Yeah,
Eden Hazard. Like I don't even want to
Oh
talk about
man.
that.
and their
But
fans,
that being
and their fans.
and their fans and their ownership and their stadium. Anyway, no, sorry.
Yeah.
I can go on and on and on. But
The hatred was bubbling
I,
too.
I, I literally I do it because I like pissing off Marshall. That's really all I do.
So good.
That's the only reason I
I
do it.
understand.
But you guys are looking good. Like and you guys are in fourth right now. If you get are you growing with confidence under your new manager?
Um, I'm growing in confidence that I was completely right last season. That these group of it's almost I was, by the way, I was one of the first people. This is before I started making content. I was Poch out the minute they signed him because I was following Messi.
Oh, that's harsh.
That man is a criminal. Like his tactics were awful, and I knew it from the
Hey,
beginning.
don't talk about my national team manager like that. How dare you?
Yeah, that's harsh. That's harsh.
facts, man.
Look, so people put doves in the chat for Pulisic's hamstrings. Anyways, the reality is
Sad
that
because it's true. Go
I
ahead, sorry.
always said last season. I disagree with everybody who said that our players were bad because if you look at the team that's out there, it's almost exactly the same, other than the center backs.
Yep.
Like Thiago Silva left, but almost everybody that's playing today, other than like left wing, is the people who played last season. And I always said I don't think it's the players, it's Poch. He's not coaching them. These are young players. They need an actual coach. They need some semblance of a system and a style of play. Now we're seeing that come through in Maresca. Again, for me, I'm not going to buy the hype train until we go through Liverpool, Castle, United, Arsenal. If we come out those 4 games that we have coming up looking good, we come out with like 8-9 points, something like that, then I'm gonna start saying, listen, there's something to talk about here with this team. If not, I'm gonna have to see, because again, I have to judge it game by game. Because again, to be honest, like, this is also Maresca's first big team. This is the first time he just managed pretty much in the championship, has
You're
come up. Now
welcome,
he's
by the way.
managing Chelsea, and it's one thing beating the teams they're supposed to beat. With the level of quality we have, we are winning the games that we should have. It comes down to when you start seeing players and the coach where they earn their money is in the big games against the top 6. So right now we're gonna see we lost to City. I'm not really gonna draw any conclusions from that. It was the first game of the season. Palmer no preseason, Jackson no preseason. Like I'm not gonna judge. I can't really judge anything off that. I saw some patterns of play that I liked. I saw there was somewhat of a system, and I kept it moving. There were Chelsea fans that were already calling for Maresca to leave. They were saying, but Poch tied last season to get. It's completely different circumstances. Completely different circumstances. So for me personally, like again, I'm not gonna buy into the hype until I see these next after Forest, right? These next 4 games. So just it's crazy, man.
No,
Listen,
that was
Listen,
peak.
I'm Ecuadorian.
Peak for
I don't know what to
Chelsea
say. I'm Ecuadorian. That's all I'm gonna say. No, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the team. I'm happy with the players. Again, I think I would argue with anybody right now that Palmer is the best player in the Prem right now. Argue with the wall.
I don't think.
But
I don't think. I
I'm
don't
happy.
think that. I don't think anybody's arguing that.
What the heck is happening here?
What?
That's
Okay.
all I'm gonna say, bro. That's all I'm gonna
How
say.
can you? No. In all reality, and I hate Chelsea, so I'll always challenge this, but nobody can argue that Cole Palmer isn't the MVP so far. I don't think anybody can argue that.
No argument from me.
Vader about to
wait,
argue it.
wait,
Vader's about to
wait,
argue
wait,
it.
Or Vader, will you argue it?
Hold on. I have an Arsenal fan that has Saka, who I think has scored in the last. Has he not scored or assisted in every game this season?
I wouldn't know that.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't
The
know. I
fact
know
that-
there are games he
the
hasn't
fact that
scored
Cole
in, but he hasn't
Palmer went-
assisted.
The fact that Cole Palmer went off and obviously did a madness with 4 assists in one game and scored 4 goals in another game, they're trying to look at those as consistent play. Those as he's been that good consistently throughout the season. No, he's had great blips. He's had great shining moments that you can obviously add to what he showed consistently last season. But to just go and say that he's been the best player to date because of those 2 games that are incredible incredible stat padding games. Nah. Stop this.
What
He
I would say,
and
I would say, what I would say, what's the
Saka's had a GA in every game except for the Leicester game. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's good. That's fine. But for me personally, like I think the performance that Palmer put up against Brighton, even taking away, like he could have walked through with 5 goals and 3 assists.
I don't want to hear about he
If we had
could
a
have because
clinical thing.
we could do
I
that
don't-
all day.
it's
He
not
We could do
literally,
stat
that all
padding,
day.
though.
he could have had
The thing is- the
he
thing
could have
is-
had 6 goals realistically. He could have
Easily,
Yeah.
6
easily.
goals.
And assist. And this is my thing is like again when I look at, I'm not even looking at the GNA, right? Because for me GNA is supposed to support what you're seeing on the field. He's putting up performances backed up by GNA, and this is my thing, Vader. So I'm saying nobody else that I have seen so far has put in a performance on par with what he put in 2 games. And he even in the games where he doesn't perform, it's because at the end of the day he is still providing something to the team if it isn't a GNA. And there hasn't been a game where I've been like he's been awful throughout a whole 90 minutes. There hasn't. Again, in the
Okay.
Bournemouth game, that was probably the first time in his entire career where he had people just hacking at his legs. He was getting the hazard treatment, and it's gonna take a while for him to find out what to do in those
Did you say
games.
Bournemouth?
Yeah, where we won 1-0 and probably should have lost.
Okay, but Bournemouth aren't considered good.
No, I'm not saying they're good. I'm saying him individually in that game, he was
Yeah.
being double marked. They were not kicking the ball when he got it. They weren't kicking for the ball. They were kicking him. They were just looking to foul him and stop him that way. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. You know what? I wanted to have the conversation because I need Chelsea fans like RSM to really hype this guy up. To really say that to date he is the best player. To say that he's looking to be that good because
You have an
let's
agenda.
see. No, I don't have an agenda, but it will build. The evidence will be accumulating. The information will be collected because Cole Palmer off to a fantastic start. You're welcome, by the way, for him. But when we look at how he's playing,
You're welcome. Brother's crying behind that mask, bro.
what?
I already know. Trust me, I
What-
know, bro.
Why? Hold on. Let's have this conversation. Why would I be crying about giving you?
He's
Cole
triggered.
Palmer?
I told you, they're so easy. Every City fan says you're welcome. I don't care, and then when you tell them I know you're upset.
No, you
they
didn't
get
say.
rattled.
You didn't say you don't care. You said I'm crying behind the mask. So I want to have that conversation. Why would I be crying about giving you Cole Palmer?
Because KDB is slowly, it's just getting older. He's not what he is anymore.
Yeah,
Foden, I'm so sorry. I think Foden's a great player. I'm not gonna take that away from him. But Foden is not providing
Foden was-
creativity on the level of what Palmer is, and I think everybody can just say that.
Wait,
There's
you're
nothing
talking
wrong
about
with it.
you're talking about to date, right? Because of this season. Because obviously
What do you mean this season? I'm even like go back to
Foden
last
was the
season.
best
Go
player
to
last
the
season.
Euros.
What are we
Go to
doing
the
here?
Euros.
What are we doing
No,
here?
no. For me, no. He got best player, but I would have made the argument last season that even last season, I would have made the argument that Palmer deserved it more than Foden because of the circumstances in which he performed that.
What are
But
the
then,
circumstances?
that's a different.
No,
That's a
I want
different
to hear
argument.
this. No, I need to.
He
What are
was
the
performing
circumstances?
under a literal terrorist. I don't know
Hold
what
on.
to tell you.
Hold on 1
Oh
second. I
my
got to get to
God.
this super chat just real quick. Big up Phineas, even though you're a giant fraud. I really appreciate the super chat. Palmer is him. He came from you. Why are you mad? Yeah, why are you mad, Vader? Come on now. Smash the
This
likes,
is
by
why,
the way,
this
people.
is why I'm
Smash
trying
the
to
likes.
talk to RSM. I'm not mad. I asked the question. Why
no,
would
no,
I
I
be
know.
mad about giving him Cole Palmer?
And I explained it. In this team right now, with KDB gone, you saw what happened in the Newcastle game because I watched it back. It was not pretty. You need a creative player in the middle. You need somebody who has that level of creativity because in that Newcastle game, it was looking stale. People were thinking, all right, we're going to keep going with what's ingrained, with what we've been taught through years of training. But that was not able to produce a goal against Newcastle, who had a good plan. So now
Yeah,
what
but we had
happens is
chances
in
to
those
score, we
games,
just
you
weren't
would have
clinical.
needed a Palmer.
No. We had chances to score. We just weren't clinical.
No, but that's what I mean.
Between
Though.
Holland and
Again, nobody is 100% clinical in a game, but you
Right.
need a difference maker player. You need a creativity player. There's a reason why KDB and Holland, the best duo in the league when KDB is fit, because KDB has the creativity to find Holland, and Holland is clinical enough to put those chances away. It's why they're the best duo, at least goal scoring duo. If you want to start looking at it that way, there's a
That's
reason. But with
shifting, though.
KDB
That's
injured,
shifting. The duo's actually becoming Foden and Holland.
okay,
And that's why Foden had player of the season. Now, you want to argue that Cole Palmer. You would have argued that Cole Palmer. You tried to bring in international. We're not talking international.
no,
We
I'm
wanna
just talking
talk
about.
the
I'm
league.
just talking about that. That was before. No, that was before. I was saying in terms of form, because you said based on this season. I'm like, no, I would look at the form since the beginning of last season to now,
Yeah. But
including
so if we
international.
want
But
to,
yeah,
if we want to look at form, I would still just look at form with regards to the Prem. I'm not going to bring in Euros or
yeah.
anything like that. All right.
I hear you.
Now, Phil Foden, Starboy Academy, Cole Palmer Academy, I have no problem giving you Cole Palmer. The same way I had no problem giving
That's
TJ,
crazy.
Jesus, and Zinchenko. The
Don't
same way I
wait,
had
don't
no problem
compare.
giving
But do
RSM
you see?
Sterling.
Do you see? No, but do you see what I mean? When you can tell that it upsets him.
Don't compare
Like,
Cole,
No,
don't
I'm
compare
talking.
Cole Palmer to those players, bro. Come on, man.
No, no.
You got no. Wait, Vader. You guys should regret letting go of Cole Palmer for that money. Just say it. It's okay. It's okay to say that.
for me, wait. For me, it's
No,
not even the money.
no.
For me, it's not even a money argument. Like when you in your
RSM, can
academy.
I respond to him though? Because
No, go ahead.
he's saying,
Go
okay,
ahead.
I'm not upset, and I wasn't comparing the players. I'm comparing our philosophy. We let players go. All right, Temmie, when you were at your height, when you were at the top of the pyramid, when you were doing your thing, you poached from everybody. You hoarded all the talent. Manchester City now at the peak of the mountain, we're giving talent away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. We're letting
Sterling was
other
not
people
talent.
shine.
Sterling was not talent, and I still hate you for it. I don't know what to
Oh
tell
my
you.
goodness, Sterling wasn't a talent. Oh my gosh, TJ, you gonna sit there and let that happen?
Yeah, I don't care about Sterling.
Thank you. Like you're such a
Wow.
gaslighter, bro. Like
Wow.
nobody.
Wow. Okay.
In any
Okay. When he
Vader
gets you an extra
Vader in
3,
any
6
game
points this
Vader
season,
in any no stop in any game not against League One competition he's looked absolutely terrible.
Yep.
all right,
There you
all
go.
right. We'll see when he knows the system and he's playing for you better. But me giving Cole Palmer
Oh
away,
my
it's what we
God.
do. It's what we do, RSM. There's no
Bro, you
being
messed
mad.
up.
There's no
Stop.
being
You don't
upset.
do that. You don't do that. You don't give away. And this is my whole point. It's not like you don't do that because when you give away Jesus, when you give away, you're giving away people that are surplus to requirements. When you look at
No.
your team right now, the way it is currently set up, you would kill for somebody on Palmer's
No, but
level.
see, this is the problem, RSM. You're talking about the injuries that have hit my club right now, and
No.
you're
I'm
talking
not
in
talking about
hindsight.
injuries. No, stop. I'm not speaking about
Okay, so
injuries.
fully
I'm speaking
healthy,
about no. In terms of squad building, especially when we're speaking about the future, you guys produced what could potentially be right a world class talent in Palmer in house. In house, you have produced a player that right now is probably worth 80 plus mil. In house, you
More than
produced a
that.
player.
More than that.
Well, I'm being conservative because I know if I say more, people are gonna get upset. But being
Oh,
conservative, you
goodness.
produce a talent in house with that. That's what, for example, me. I'm upset that, for example, we let go of Musiala. I would have loved Musiala to stay at Chelsea. Are you kidding me? But at the end of the day, like that's what I mean.
RSM,
You produce it
you're
in house,
not
and that's what I'm
buying
saying. You
Cole
messed
Palmer
up.
for 80 million 2 seasons ago.
Stop. I'm not saying 2 seasons ago. I'm saying you guys have had him for years within your system. There were people within the system that knew of Palmer's quality. There's a reason why Chelsea, when we paid 40 mil, people were like, you guys are stupid. Why are you paying this much for a player who has had almost no minutes in the Prem, no goals, no assists? Because at the end of the day, our scouting department, and I'm not sure we're not the only ones, because he's in house with you guys. You know, you have the underlying statistics. You know the underlying statistics that Palmer had at that point in time. Not even before he came to Chelsea. You could already see that there was something special there. Because if we had that information, you're gonna tell me City didn't have that information?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand what you're trying to argue. Are you saying that when
I'm
we
saying
sold
I'm
him,
saying it was a mistake selling Palmer, given the fact that you were eventually going to have to phase out KDB out of the squad, and you knew that you had a young talent like Palmer in the squad. Pep messed up and not at least sending him on loan and
no,
letting him come back. That's where he
no,
messed up.
no,
He
no.
should have
Okay,
let him go on loan and come back, or he should have just given him the minutes that he wanted. I'm not. And Palmer, like again,
no.
he said
See,
Palmer wanted
okay,
starting minutes. It's fair. You're not gonna get that at City, so he should have sent him on loan and let him come back. That would have been the
the loan
best
wasn't
possible
going to
option for you
work.
guys.
The loan option was not going to
Give
work.
me one reason why it
The
wouldn't
pl-
work. Give me one reason why it wouldn't work. Palmer has already
because
shown he doesn't need to be in Pep's system to show his talent. He just needed consistent minutes. So in what world was
no,
a loan not gonna work?
because there's so many conflicting stories. The player wanted out, right? The player had turned looking for guaranteed minutes. So when
No, he
he
didn't. No, he did. He literally had
No,
an
he
interview
didn't.
where he said he didn't. He
no,
literally
but
had an
no,
interview.
guys, hold on. Let's not start doing this based off of the most recent interview from a player's perspective, and then ignoring what the
It
reports
was
were
almost 1
beforehand.
year ago. It was like halfway into his time at Chelsea. They interviewed him halfway into his time at Chelsea, and they asked him what happened with the Man City thing. He said, "I wanted to stay. I asked for a loan. They told me no. I asked Pep, are you going to play me? He said, nah, you either stay here or you leave. So then I looked to leave." And then with the reports that came out later is the fact that when he wanted to leave, that's when City tried to come in last ditch effort to try to offer him a loan, but it was already too late. That's including what was said in interviews and then the reports and then in the newspapers that came out after. I'm combining both. I'm not looking at it as just, oh, I'm gonna take him at his word. I'm combining both
So you're
aspects.
Yeah, so you're ignoring the reports that said that we were looking to put him on loan and that he wanted out. You're ignoring those reports because that's where the information is
Yes, because
conflicting.
but again,
I
he
don't
wanted
I don't
out.
even want
No, Vader, you're correct. No, Vader, you're correct. Those reports are correct. However, the thing to mention, and this is key, that you were looking to loan him and he wanted out. after he had a conversation with Pep, where Pep said, "I'm not putting you on loan. You're either staying here and then moving on." It is what it is, bro.
Okay, so
That's what I'm saying. So you're right, but that happened after he had the conversation with Pep, where he already made up his mind that Pep said you're not going on loan. So then when City tried to come back later after that conversation, when Palmer was already looking to leave, they're like, okay, wait, we might have messed up. We can try to get you a loan. Palmer's like, nah, bro, I'm done.
So we'll for this conversation, we'll agree with your point of view with regards to him wanting out.
Stop,
No,
bro.
I'm just saying
Like,
because
the point of view is crazy when this is what the facts are saying. Like,
but I have different facts.
they're
So,
not facts. What I said is you're correct, but the timetable of what you're saying is incorrect.
yeah. So
You're
what
not
we're
saying
gonna
that it
do
happened
is
before. I'm saying it happened
we-
after the conversation
we
with Pep.
and again we won't be able to prove this now based off of timestamp when what was posted and what was said. But I'm gonna agree with what you're saying. Now, the reason why it is not a mistake is because holistically with the squad, and when you're talking about a player's head being turned or a player wanting guaranteed minutes, that is a spoiled apple in the bunch. That is something that Pep has always managed. When a player's heads turn, wanting guaranteed, every player that's wanted guaranteed minutes, they've been sent. They've been saying, see you later, bye-bye. See whether the grass is greener somewhere else. And the fact that you want to talk about phasing out KDB, every player gets older. Every player is going to get to a certain stage.
Yes,
But
exactly.
he also
You plan
wanted,
for it.
okay, you do plan for it. But at the same time, a disgruntled player that wants guaranteed minutes is not going to be happy even if they choose to stay.
I'm literally gonna go insane. He wanted a loan. He said he wanted a loan. Pep literally told him no.
Oh my gosh. RSM. So does it work to keep the player here?
Yes, because he just wanted a loan. He would have been back in 1 year, and in that 1 year, he would have done. If he went to Burnley, you think he wouldn't have done what he did at Chelsea? He would have come back, and you would have been like, "Holy
RSM,
shit! Good thing that we sent him on loan. Sell him."
Let me say this. 1 year ago, this year, there are still no guaranteed minutes.
I'm so sorry. If Palmer put in the performance that he put in last year, you're telling me that he's not starting in front of anybody in midfield?
You think he's going to have that performance at Chelsea, still get outshined by Phil Foden, and come here and get his minutes? No, I'm answering that question. No way.
Outshined by Phil Foden, bro. I'm so sorry. Nah, bro. Outshined by Phil Foden is crazy. Phil Foden has already shown that he's not at the level.
Images out, but let's deal in facts, like you're saying. Okay, he goes on loan to Chelsea. In this hypothetical, he goes on loan to Chelsea. Foden has the season that he had, Player of the Year.
Yep.
Foden comes back to the club. You're trying to tell me now Cole Palmer has guaranteed minutes? Hell no.
When did I say that he would have guaranteed minutes? But he would be way more included into the squad than Pep wanted him to be initially.
Included to starting over every player, because that's what you said. He's starting over everybody.
With the way, yeah, with the injuries with the injuries that you have right now, right? With Foden literally riding the bench like it owes him money.
No guaranteed minutes, and he's still coming to a club for no guaranteed minutes. That's the problem. That's what you're not getting. It's not a mistake It's not a mistake for us saying it was right for us to have him leave, because guaranteed minutes is not a philosophy at City. So let's understand that.
Wait, guaranteed minutes is so okay. So you say that, but then I've seen Doku stink it out for multiple games in a row.
Good point.
Does he have
Kyle Walker?
minutes? And then
Kyle Walker has been a garbage can, a
And
literal
then he gets
traffic
dropped.
Could it be possible? Can I ask
Like,
something?
then
Can
he
I ask
gets
something?
dropped.
Can I
Wait,
ask
let TJ,
something?
wait, let TJ,
I'm gonna
wait, let
ask
TJ, let
something.
TJ speak.
I'm gonna ask something. Because it is my channel, I should probably speak up, make sure people don't forget what my voice sounds like. Big up everybody. Make sure you
hit the
smash
like,
the
hit the like, people.
Hit
What's
the
going
like,
on?
Smash the
hit
like.
the
Are you
the
not
like button,
entertained right
people.
now? Give me a fucking break. Could it be RSM
All right.
that Palmer just didn't fit into Pep's system? Because we know that Phil Foden is a system player, and for some reason,
True.
reason,
It's true. Let's say it again.
Pep Guardiola thinks that Doku can be a system player, which I don't think he can, because I think he stinks. He stinks.
Stinky.
Do you think, like, is that a possibility though? Because what have we seen? You're either surplus to Pep's requirements, or you don't fit into the system. Is that a possibility that Cole Palmer just didn't fit into the system?
My issue is that he came up through Man City, so I think he would have fit the system. And I just think it's difficult because I think Palmer has shown that he has the ability to play in whatever system. It doesn't matter. He came in on the Euros with a completely different system than he had under Poch, and he still performed off the bench. He scored a goal in the final off the bench. His first 3 touches, he had a goal. Like, come on, let's be serious. Foden was stinking it up in the Euros, and this is what I mean. I think Foden's a good player, especially within Pep's system. But he doesn't have the creativity that Palmer has, and the Euros expose that. That's why I love international football. International football exposes you, whether or not you're a system player and whether or not you're a fraud. There's a reason why not a single Brazilian rates Vinny. I was speaking to a Brazilian today. You know what he called Vinny? He called him a spicy Mane. Bro, I'm telling you, Vinny is cooked, and nobody in Brazil rates him. And it's the same thing with Foden. Foden in Pep's system, money, he's cash. Outside of Pep's system, he doesn't have that creativity. And even within Pep's system, he doesn't have the creativity. The movements in the system allow him to find the spaces, allow him to get the shots off, allow him to do what he needs to do. Palmer doesn't need any of that. Also, Jacob, what are you doing, brother? are you patrolling? He's patrolling like Batman, bro. Like,
yeah,
No,
neighborhood watch.
Neighborhood watch.
If you look back here, you can see Arson's family. They just got picked up.
Oh my god.
Wow.
He's Ecuadorian.
What's up? Oh, that's a little further south. My
he said
bad.
an
Are you
Ecuadorian can't
walking
speak on
the
Brazil.
dog? Is
I'm
that what
sorry
you're
you're dusty. If you check the
Bro, I'm trying to find the one light bulb in this damn parking lot. I promise. I'm out here scowling, bro. I'm keeping an eye on shit. I got my hair up. I'm in Karen mode.
He literally looks like he's in the middle of nowhere. I'm like dead.
He's got his phone. He's got his phone out. He's just ready to call the cops. You know what I mean?
yeah.
This motherfucking guy, man.
Hey,
Oh,
don't
he's
try
funny,
me
bro.
now, because I'm out here in my mode now. Come on. Hey, strap in, boy.
Yo,
Jacob, good to see you.
shout
Are you
out
still
Jacob.
flying?
Hey,
Are you
yeah,
still- are-
sorry, man. I had a whole bunch of shit come up, but I
No worries,
promise
man.
I didn't miss on purpose. What?
No, it's
Is that Vader? I've been listening to the sultry sounds of one Vader game.
let's
Yeah,
not
what it
let's
is,
not
what it is.
let's not do this. Let's not.
The
What's not
sultry
do what?
sounds
Sultry.
of Vader is hilarious.
I heard you beat the Chargers, Vader. That's my dog.
Yo.
He ain't
listen,
seen nothing.
Yo, Vader. By the way, you're welcome.
Listen.
We helped you in that case. I hope you know that.
How did you help them in that case?
How did you help us in the case?
We were one of the few teams that weren't trying to sue them. We were on their side.
Oh.
Like, we're literally like one of two teams that didn't sue them. It was
Yeah,
literally
so
us
you
and
guys can
Newcastle.
get away. Yeah, so you guys can get. Yeah, just because you guys got all that freaking
Listen,
criminal
listen,
money.
Wait, all I'm gonna say is we have no front of shirt sponsor. As soon as City beat Case, Qatar Airways. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nice.
No, I'm not doubting that. And then it's just gonna be Newcastle, Chelsea, and Man City top four all the time. Like it's over, dude. And then I'm gonna be shopping Arsenal to what Saudi Arabia, Qatar, what other
You got Emirates. You got
oil
Emirates
city.
on your.
You have
on your
Emirates, you
kit.
already have
Yeah, we got
Emirates, bro.
Emirates. Yeah, we got Emirates on our shirts, but we all we got is Walmart money. Walmart money isn't oil money, bro.
That's true.
Come on
It's a
now.
lot- it's a lot of fucking money.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, Walmart. Yeah, Walmart's a lot of money now.
They're just
Yeah,
investing
but it's
in
not
LA.
like it's not like oil money. We're talking about like $5 sandals money. We're not talking about like oil money. Come on now.
He said that great value money.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Great,
big up
great.
Shaq, man. Shaq used to sell shoes at Walmart for affordable prices,
shoes.
high quality shoes for
Facts.
affordable
Hey, man.
prices.
He did.
Hey man, I used to rock, man.
He was
Hey,
for the
I was
people.
one of those kids, man. I used to definitely rock Shaqs.
Shaqs, bro, the Shaqs.
Facts.
I used to
Shaqs.
definitely have Shaqs growing up.
I think he mostly did that just to give a middle finger to Kobe Bryant, who I think at the same time released his shoes, and they were like 170 market value.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
And
shock
he was
me.
like, yeah, they were petty with each other back in the day. R.I.P.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Big time.
R.I.P.
So did y'all
No,
dunk
so-
on United yet or what?
Oh, dude, we
Yeah.
spent
Oh,
the first
man,
45 minutes
we're-
dunking on him.
Yeah, we spent the first 25
really.
minutes, bro. Oh, stop, Vader! Come on, man.
We didn't really dunk. It was more
Vader,
like
Vader, you're trying to punch down from first place to 13th. Like, find shame, bro. Like,
I'm not in
let it
first
go.
place. I'm not in first place.
Second
Oh,
place.
man. You're literally the fourth time defending
guy,
champ. What are you
man.
doing, bro? Like,
How was Slavia Prague or whatever, Slaha Praha,
It
whatever
was a easy
tourist
easy
destination you
4-0.
played, City? Was it a tough place?
It was
was it
a
a tough away
place.
day, as he loves to say?
The stadium looked beautiful. I mean, I saw it from the TV. I wasn't actually there. The stadium looked beautiful. I mean, I know the Liverpool are usually the ones that talk about how great their kids played and they want to prop that up. But I had EDS player Phil Foden, Rico Lewis, James McAtee. Those guys look good in Champions League play, man. All contributed with a goal and assist. It was beautiful. Great night out. You'll be there next season. Jacob.
No, you won't.
Oh, do we look alike to you?
No, but I was going to compliment TJ and then I changed my mind.
You know what? I thought he
Oh,
was lying.
good
I
idea,
looked up
good
the
choice.
photos. It actually is a nice stadium. I thought he was lying. I looked up the photos.
Wow, this guy
I thought he was lying.
What?
No, I thought he was lying on the
That's
photos. It was actually nice.
Nah.
This stadium is actually nice.
Bro, RSM's been gaslit too much to just take Vader's word.
Yeah, somebody
he's
needs
stressed.
somebody get RSM a gas mask. That's all I'm gonna say. Somebody get
RSM
RSM a
is
gas
stressed.
mask. Bro, this is
Yeah, bro.
absolutely unbelievable. But Jacob, you're flying high. What 3-0 win on the weekend? Are you how are you
Who'd you play
feeling
again?
going into the Euro?
Who'd you play against?
We're going to Budapest. We're playing the Real Madrid of Hungary. Bro, they've won like 35 league titles, 23 league cups. Like they're the Real Madrids out here. We
I
played the
thought you were gonna say
Manchester Cities of Azerbaijan last time out. We took care of business. Look, you know,
And
I'm
you
hungry
played the
for a dub.
Manchester and you played the Manchester United of Manchester United and
Literally.
Yeah, at Old Trafford. And you know, I was thinking about it because the Jose Mourinho 6-1 win at Old Trafford didn't really feel like it was an Old Trafford win. Like when I look back, I was like, man, when is the last time? And it was really when I first started becoming a fan back in 2012 with Clint Dempsey, and he scored, and we won that game. And shout out Clint Dempsey, man. But that's the last time we won at Old Trafford
American.
before that lockdown, no fans in the stadium bullshit we did. So honestly, I don't care how bad of a version this is of Man United, bro. When you slay Goliath with one punch or three, man, it feels good. I don't give a fuck if Goliath's been beat up and drunk and.
Yo, shout out,
Don't do that.
by the way,
Don't do that.
shout out Timo Werner, the double agent, making sure that you guys don't get more goals.
Bro, if we had Son, that would have been 6-0 easy.
Oh my goodness, yeah, no. I'm honestly,
Easy, bro. Timo Werner's
honestly, bro, I'm so grateful Son didn't play. If Son played, it would have been way.
Dude, it would have been a Son hat trick. It would have been a Son hat trick.
easy because bro, you know what's crazy is like Timo didn't play bad. Like it was just the finishing. It was just the finishing. Like he.
But that's what we've always said about Timo. Like he gets into the right positions. He has a pace.
Like, if you take away the poor finishes, he actually played well. He's just not. I think he just cursed in front of goal.
I'm getting PTSD. I'm literally.
Brennan Johnson, like we said, Brennan Johnson hit the post twice, bro. Like they deserved it. There's nothing. I mean, they killed us. Like from start to finish, they killed us. Oh, Jacob, I was gonna ask you. Like I didn't watch the last 20 minutes. Like how did that go? Like I turned off the TV.
He said my head was hot. I
turned off the TV, bro. Like I was like, I'm good.
That's crazy. That's like walking out of the stadium. Oh, you non-supporter, what are you doing?
Hey, there was a lot of red chairs visible. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah,
last 20 minutes. Hey, you weren't the only one who left before it ended.
Bro, I was like, man, NFL's about to start in a couple minutes. I'm gonna watch something I want to enjoy, man.
Bro, Spurs fans at Old Trafford, the Theater of Creams, and we're singing "Is It a Fire Drill?" Come on, man.
They were all lane. They were all lane. Man United was getting a
fire drill at your own ground, bro.
It's tough. Listen, I'm
not.
No,
the last 20 minutes, Solanke got his goal. Honestly, I barely even remember Solanke's goal because Kulusevski's was so nice. I thought Solanke was doing a great job outside of his goal too, linking up play, dropping back, winning the ball for us, creating the transition, like starting us. I mean, bro, really, a lot of our success happens with that press. And we were forcing you into a lot of precarious situations. And we did it to Arsenal. We did it to Newcastle. We forced these mistakes. We just didn't capitalize versus the aforementioned, except for United. And again, I've always said it's nothing wrong with Ainge's tactics. He don't need to change shit. He needs to get these bozos to score. It's like, he can only do so much. He can't make out with the girl for you, dog. You got to do that. Like, that's on you to get her number, bro. He put you in the club. He got you dressed nice. He got you feeling yourself tonight. You in your funky, fresh clothes. Motherfucker, it's on you to close the deal. He bought the girl the drinks for you. Now, the easy part is the last bit.
Speaking of closing the deal, let's talk on BJ, Brennan Johnson, #bullying works. Are you going to apologize to him or no?
Yo, BJ,
not yet.
Wow.
Not yet.
That is
but hey,
bullying. Wait,
I think it's way too early to be trying to apologize to Brendan Johnson.
No, I ain't apologizing yet. But for now, he can stay. I usually say send his ass to Wales, but he can stay for a little longer.
Send his ass to Wales.
He extended the visa. He extended the green card.
Yeah, bro. He extended the visa. Yeah. I mean, look, the guy. The correlation is Instagram. He's shit. No Instagram. 4-4. I mean, it's hard to argue with the whole like.
Bullying works, bro. Unfortunately,
I don't want to say it works, but the results are there to speak for itself.
Listen,
basically.
John Obi Mikel dropped like 3-4 podcasts on Nico Jackson's head, and he scored like 4 goals.
Right. And that's the thing. A little bit of pressure, a little bit of fucking, fire up under that ass, it'll get you moving. And that's what we did. And like, I don't agree with the whole like personally abusing him, but being harsh about his performances, there ain't no baby and bullshit around here. You ain't a homegrown, you ain't none of this. You just a Dewey sign for 50-some million. So you have to step up and you have to be able to, perform. And that's what he's doing. He's showing the best version of himself. And that's really all I've asked for. And the more he does it, I think the better for us. How long it goes, I don't know. I've been fooled. Richarlison had 10 goals in 11 games, some shit like that. Do I think he's good? Do I owe him an apology? No. As the cops pull up on me.
Knew it was gonna happen. Knew it was gonna happen.
Fuck 12. Oh, RSMEA is right here. They're looking for you, buddy.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
They're looking for you, buddy.
That's so crazy.
I knew it, bro. I knew it, bro. I knew it, bro.
That was absolutely no.
That's why you went. That's why you went all the way to New York. Sorry, TJ. Go ahead.
Well, no. One person I want to call out, and I think he's quickly like if I were to name a player that scares me on Spurs the most, it's Mickey Van de Ven. Like this guy.
He's a baller,
This guy is a baller, bro. And here's the thing: you can make the argument that he was allowed. The fact that he was allowed to carry the ball up the field like that is shambolic. It's embarrassing.
But no other center back is doing that. No other center back is running into the box like that and cross and hitting that cross right on to Brendan Johnson. Brendan Johnson better be buying that guy dinner afterwards because that was insane.
No,
Mickey
honestly,
Van de Ven is one. Mickey Van de Ven is one for the future, man, and he scares me. He is
well.
Give
a little credit to Brendan Johnson because if you watch it back, I thought the NBC panelist, shout out Tim Howard, he marked Brendan Johnson on that run, and Brendan Johnson watched him and accelerated at the perfect time as well to be there. Because if he was, and again, like I don't need him to be Neymar. That's not ever what the system asks for, is a winger to fucking be a legitimate winger. Look at Son. Look how much we limit him. It's just, bro, do the shit that we. Yeah, it's just Timo Werner got 4 GA in his first 4 goals because what? He's just at the back post chilling, or he's just sizzling across. Like it's basic football that we do. It's just again, do we capitalize on those chances we create? And versus United, we did. The last 2 matches before that, we did. Now, again, Brendan Johnson, the form that he's in, like, you just got to keep that pressure on him. I think complacency, comfortability, a lot of players get comfortable at Tottenham, you know what I mean? And we're very eager to make him comfortable. Oh, poor Brendan. Look at his eyelashes. Fuck his eyelashes. All right? Like, I'm not here. This ain't Vogue, motherfucker. This is football. Like, get your ass performing. And they're like, oh, look, he's got a baggy sweater. Fuck your baggy sweater, dog. Score me some goals. And that's what he's doing. And so it's like, as long as he keeps me shut up, bro, he'll slap me across my mouth and I'll smile about it. I don't give a fuck, dog. But what I do care about is if you're putting in bum-ass performance after bum, and we keep starting you. And, he's proven that, hey, maybe I waffled too much saying Mikey Moore. Y'all probably haven't heard of him yet. Just wait. Mikey Moore is he's the English Lamine Yamal. But you'll get to see, hopefully tomorrow he gets to start, but he, man, Brendan Johnson, good job being there, but Mickey Van de Ven, like you said, I don't know a ball carrying center back that's that good. I can't remember the last time I've seen both of his assists this Premier League have been fucking picking it up just outside our box and carrying it the length of the fucking pitch, and nobody can stop him. I know. Oh, what's his name from old Wattsville did it to y'all in Europa, the right back for 20? Yeah. I couldn't remember who the fuck it was.
Literally the same thing. It was crazy.
But he did it to Newcastle too. So like Van de Ven's just different. And I'll leave it with this. Like I equate Mickey Van de Ven, bro. He is when like the first iPhone came out, it changed the game. Then all of a sudden, everybody else started making touch screens. Oh, we can only have one button on our shit too, because that's the future. Fuck a BlackBerry, bro. We were rating Motorola Razors, goddamn sidekicks and shit. And this guy's an iPhone. He's he is changing the game right before our eyes. He is an anomaly. This isn't normal. Like, he broke the record for the fastest Premier League ever. And then he did it again to himself. He broke his own fucking. He Usain Bolt with the shit right now, but he's got the size of a goddamn Brock Lesnar. I love it.
I think the only thing that'll literally stop him is injuries, because again, like, he does have to do a lot of running.
The injury is a fallacy. The running is not a problem. It's the stopping and starting. When he got injured versus Chelsea, look back at how much VAR time we spent fucking reviewing. It was stop and start for about 16 minutes to my estimation.
There was like
now
four,
you look at
it was a straight 4-minute period where it was just nobody moving.
That was a
crazy.
part of it. And that's the thing. Like, as a young man in a new climate and environment, like, that is on him a little bit. That's a growing moment. But I don't like, as a muscle, his hamstring's not a problem for me. The reason it was a problem was because look at in the NFL, how many times they stop for fucking commercials, they stop for replay, they stop for this, they stop for that, and then hamstring injury, quad injury.
That's why they got bikes on the sidelines too. But yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Like, they got to keep.
The more he keeps,
bro, keep doing that. No, I hear what you're saying.
He could keep running that same pace for 90 minutes. That hamstring ain't going nowhere. He's not fucking 30. He's 21, 22 years old.
No, he's a top player. That game, like, obviously United make it look easy, but I've been saying this since last season. Like, I think he's a top player. Like, he's going to be a top player. It's very evident. Like, there's not much he can't do. I think sometimes maybe the system, like, obviously you guys play a very high line, so you guys get, he can be exposed, but his recovery pace is like literally we've never seen it before. So it's gonna be interesting the next few weeks for Spurs. Like, can they build on this result and all that good stuff? Because it's gonna top four is not gonna be easy. But I like Ange. I really do like Ange. I did give him a little shit last year because I just said, like, I don't know if he has a plan B. I still don't know if he has a plan B. You feel me when it comes to
his plan B is to do plan A better. And that's my shit, dog. That's my shit.
Jacob, how do you think that we're gonna see the record broken for kilometers ran in the Brighton versus Spurs match?
Bro, that's gonna be a game for the neutrals to keep an eye on, because they're up there with City, and we are way above both of them. Like, there was a chart I was looking at today in regards to, like, our forward line, how high our line is versus how forward our press is, and we're like barely on the chart.
It was so funny. They're actually on the chart, but they're so to the top of the chart that the person who made the graph had to make the Spurs logo smaller.
He smushed it. Yeah, he had smushed it
to fit on the graph.
And that's been every week. Every week it's been like that. Again, like, I'm saying,
the Spurs Brighton game might just break a record for kilometers ran.
I'm definitely gonna be watching that one. It's gonna be a good one. I can't wait, to be honest. And I mean, and it's just free. Like, Brighton games, with the exception of the Arsenal match, have been pretty free flowing, free scoring affairs, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. So I'm excited for that. I mean, and just going one more thing on Van de Ven. I agree, Jacob, that he's probably going to introduce a new breed. But I don't think anybody is going to be able to do it as well as he is, just because he's a freak. Like, even the tackles, he makes smart tackles all the time, and even the ones, like, he makes tackles that I wouldn't trust anybody else to make at that speed.
And every time he goes to the ground, it's clean.
Yep. And that's what I'm saying, is that he always gets ball. Like, I remember watching, you guys gave the ball away against Everton last season. And he tracked back and had a slide tackle in the box, spot on, perfect. And I'm just kind of like, who the fuck is this guy? And he does it,
dude. And he does it while being like 6'3", which is insane to me, by the way.
He's a freak. He's
still growing.
He's a freak. He's 20, dude. And the fact that you just said he's 21, man, that just
no. He's 23. He's 23.
Oh, he's 23. Oh, when I first looked at him, he was 21, so that makes sense.
Yeah, he's 23 now, but still, bro, it's really good.
It's just insane to me.
It's a good.
He was like, legitimately, he was one of the last players that, like, I actually. So before I started doing content with a bunch of other people doing, like, Big Six content, like, I used to not really watch anybody else but Tottenham or other leagues, because I was looking for a left-sided center back. I was looking for a winger. I was looking, what's a cheap option out there that we could. So Mickey Van de Ven was one of those people that January, when we still had Conte, I was like, bro, he is a left-footed center back. He's big. He's fast. Like, I just saw him. Like, he stood out like crazy to me. I was keeping up with Leverkusen in the Bundesliga, and I watched him at Wolfsburg versus Leverkusen. I think they lost, but he was so good, and it was like I was just very impressed. Never really heard of him, and I was like, bro, we could probably get him for like 15 mil easy. And I'm just thankful Liverpool said that they didn't think he was ready because they were informed, we were informed, we took our sweet fucking time, and then Liverpool were like, yeah, we're good. We don't think he's ready, and we're like, cool, we'll take our time even more. 3 days before the season starts, we get him in, and then he starts 3 days later, and he's a boss, and he doesn't look out like. He is something different, man. That's why I say he's an iPhone in a world of Blackberries and fucking. What's the thing with the keyboard? That sidekick. That's what I'm talking about.
Whoa! Why are you hating on the? Don't hate on the BlackBerry.
Bro, fuck a BlackBerry. I got an iPhone.
You have a BlackBerry?
If you don't know, BlackBerry and like that tech came out of Canada. That's why I'm representing.
Okay.
I didn't even know that.
I don't know
why you would hang your. I don't know why you would hang your Canadian hat on that, but that's fine.
That was revolutionary. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
BlackBerry was revolutionary.
Upset, bro.
It's like talking about.
It was
bigging
like
up
the
horses
first one
while
you could.
Ferraris exist.
Well, it was the first cell phone you
America.
could check emails and write emails effectively without doing the 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 3 3 3 3 4 4 4 4 1 2 1 2 1 2. It's like okay. It's like
Your biggest fan is here, Vader.
Just wait for this guy.
Yeah, I know,
Is he
absolutely.
still saying that Arsenal? I think he's still telling the world that Arsenal is winning the league.
Exactly.
Yes.
Look,
Good luck to you in the next round as well. We'll see who you guys draw. But I was supporting Arsenal yesterday, and it's Arsenal. Arsenal FC, we're by far the greatest team.
see, I knew.
Wow.
See, we knew Husam was choosing the right side. That's all I'm gonna say.
ridiculous.
Red cartel, baby.
Ridiculous.
Red cartel. What are you gonna say? What
Disgusting.
are you gonna do?
Filthy.
The guy tells you
Twerking.
it's gonna rain every day. Eventually, he's gonna be right.
Ooh.
Oh my days. Oof. All right. Well, we gotta. I gotta wrap up on that. On that note, it's been a long day. It's been a good day of streaming. I'm really, really glad to be back. But big up everybody who joined the panel, even though Jacob is out on Neighborhood Watch. Jacob,
Hey. 6 inches from the curb. 6 inches from the curb. All right, yeah.
Jacob, you got any streams coming up you want to shout out, my guy?
Yeah, tomorrow, win, lose, or draw, which is going to be, it better be a dub, I swear to God. But it would be like us to go away in Europe and draw or some bullshit. But after the game, about probably 30 or an hour, depending when my wife gets home, I'll do a post-match show.
Nice.
Had a really shitty stream today. It was probably one of my worst streams ever, so definitely don't go watch that.
Why
don't
was
know.
it so bad?
Why
I don't know. It was just like I was just like in a funk, man. I just had like no energy. Normally I could get a little juice from the chat, but I was struggling today, and I was just like, all right, y'all, I'm just gonna leave it there because this is shitty. So definitely don't go watch that. But tomorrow should be better, especially if we win. What are you eating, you fucking guy? What did you find? My dog out here eating some mystery something. He's crunching on mystery something.
Oh boy.
God only knows.
I thought you were yelling at some random passersby asking what he was eating. I was like, God damn,
Hey,
let people be.
No eating in the parking lot.
This guy.
Big up Jacob, of course. You go and subscribe to
Hopefully you get a
United
win.
Spurs of America. If you
Yes, sir.
if you live under a rock and you haven't subscribed to United Spurs of America, you probably should go do it. But still fuck Spurs at the same time. RSM! Shout yourself on, my guy.
Yes, I will be doing a watch along tomorrow. We're facing off against Ghent of the Belgium
Ghent.
division.
Gents, not Genk.
Commonly confused with Genk with a K.
No,
It's
yeah.
Ghent
It's
with a
Tent.
T.
T.
With a
It's
T,
the
not
worst.
exa-
It's the worst of the teams that start with GEN. But go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're gonna face Ghent. The almighty Ghent in the Conference League at home. So I will be doing a watch along. So if you want to watch, come through. I'll be streaming it.
There we go. Big up. And then of course Vader.
Well,
Shout
you know
yourself
what it-
out, my
you know-
guy.
you-
You know we love this show.
Yeah, you know what it is. You know
Darth
what it is.
Vader.
Tomorrow I got the City Blues Collective coming together. I got those
Oh,
that
boy.
bring the heat on TikTok,
Uh-oh.
those that bring the heat on
Uh-oh.
YouTube, those that bring
Uh-oh.
the heat on Twitter X Spaces. We're all coming together.
boy.
TIA are coming together tomorrow, 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. East Coast time. So yeah, check it out. Support the channel.
Does CIA stand for Criminals in Action?
No.
That's a good one.
Sit at Intelligent Agendas. But yeah, we'll be there. Be there tomorrow. We'll check it out. Check it out.
I'm just glad you're going to be off the Twitter Spaces and you're going to be, doing content on the.
Yo, I love Twitter X Spaces. I love Twitter X Spaces.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you for getting out of there. I know the jacuzzi's fun, but bro,
I'm not leaving. No. I'm not leaving Twitter X Spaces. No, that's the streets. That's where the conversations really happen. That's where I'm able to hear the likes of like all the RSMs and those lazy agenda points. That's where I get them from. That's where I hear them. Twitter X Spaces.
Bro, RSM catching strays was crazy, but I liked it.
He froze, so I'm catching him right now.
He froze,
so I'm getting at him.
Jesus.
You know what? Actually, I want to pose this question. Sorry, real quick.
Go ahead.
RSM's not here, but maybe you can answer at another time. You know how all these Chelsea players are on like crazy long-term contracts, and all the Chelsea fans are praising that they're on like low wages? How long do you think a Cole Palmer, that he keeps wanting to tell me he's the best player in the league, is going to accept being paid less than those other stars that are actually the marquees of the league? It's just a question I'm going to pose to him when he's live next time, because I think it's going to be a problem. I think it's going to be a problem.
All right. Well, that's a good preview. Well, maybe we can bring that up on American Waffle on the next one. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
But big up Vader every single time. Go and subscribe to Vader Games TV if you haven't already, people. If you have not already, and then of course Temmie, bro, thank you. Great debut on the channel, bro. Thank you so much. We got to do this again.
Appreciate it, Bob. Appreciate it, everyone. Much love to the panel as always. Everyone, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Tomorrow I'll be doing some pre-recorded content. So be on the lookout for a match reaction for Manchester United content.
Nice.
Doing some match previews for the weekend as well later in this week. We're gunning for 800 subscribers on
Make that happen.
YouTube. So for anyone who watched this, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. Maybe support my channel as well. We're not that far from 800. So show your boy some love, man. I appreciate you for having me on, TJ. This was a lot of fun.
Dude, absolutely.
Make it happen. Temmie's a real one. Other United fans would have ducked out of here early. They would have said, listen, I got other things to do.
Yeah. It's all love, man. It's all love. Appreciate you, fellas.
Absolutely. And by the way, guys, his link is in the title, people. The link is in the title. So hit the title and click the subscribe button and click the notification bell. This guy, you're catching this guy on the come up, okay? This is a star in the making. Go over there and subscribe, bro. Go in there and subscribe. And this has been TJ Warren TV. You'll catch me tomorrow. We'll have not a late show. We'll have a Let's Be Real. Me and Connor will be talking some Arsenal. We didn't talk much Arsenal today, which is fine. That leaves plenty of room for tomorrow's show. And then we'll have American Idiots on Friday and a watch along on Saturday. We are back, people. I am off sick leave. We are back, and we're going to be pumping out the content. Until next time, I'm going to send you over to the Let's Be Real show tomorrow. Go over there and hit a like, and we will see you next time.
You don't have the answers.
Do you have the answer?
You don't have the answer.
Tony, do you have the answer?
You don't have the answer.
You don't have
TJ.
the answer either.
You don't have the answer.